Hello, everyone. I hope you guys can see the chat window to the side. If you have any questions, feel free to chat them to me at any time during the Hangout. Pardon me, let me just make sure that we are live here. Let's see. Cool. So exciting. Okay, so my name is Sarah Martinez. I am the founder of SweetBlondesFitLife.com. I have not always been into fitness, which we'll talk about here in a little bit. This is my my house, and I'm so excited to welcome you guys into it and to tell you a little bit more about myself. Like I said, my name is Sarah. I am 27 years old, and I have two cats. One is Coco, and the other is Donuts. Coco is the one that, for any of you who follow me on Instagram, Coco is the one who photobombed the video that I was making earlier. But she has a lot of personality, and Donuts is just kind of, he just chills. He doesn't do much. And anyways, what I wanted to share with you guys today was a little bit about my weight loss story. This is my, sorry about that. Okay. Done with the technical problems. So what I wanted to share with you guys today was just a little bit more about myself and a little bit of my weight loss story. I really wanted to start this thing out with some fun little music and everything because I like dancing and I love to have a good time. I really have a lot of personality that likes to come out, sometimes not at the most appropriate time. But unfortunately, YouTube doesn't let me do that because of copyright. So I couldn't have any, cool music for you guys. If any of you, happen to write music for a living or can somehow figure out how to get music that's not copyrighted, let me know. It needs to be 32 beats per second, though, please, or minute. No, second. I don't know. 132 beats per minute, excuse me. So, like I said, I haven't always been into fitness. My weight loss journey started in September of 2010. And the most that I ever weighed was 242 pounds. Now, I certainly could have been heavier than that at some point in time, but that is what is the heaviest that I know of. A lot of times when you're overweight, you don't want to weigh yourself. So when I officially started trying to lose weight, I weighed 242 pounds. I did take a before picture of myself. Not really, it wasn't, one of the ones where I'm not wearing a lot of clothes. But I think if I found it, I need to find it somewhere. It's on some external hard drive somewhere. If I found it, I think that you could really see a big difference between then and now. I do have a few older pictures of myself, but as most people who've been overweight would tell you, you try to hide those pictures or not remember them. Or, you only have pictures of yourself from you're up because you just don't like how the rest of you looks, so you don't want to show it to anybody else on camera or have it be documented in photos. So I remember growing up, I was always slightly overweight, but when I really, really, really became overweight was in college. And there's different reasons as to why I think it is, but essentially I just kind of let myself go. There's a freshman 15. I went to school in California, which was awesome, and I had a lot of really good friends that I still stay in touch with down there. But essentially, 2010, I had already graduated from college, and I decided that I wanted to do something about it. My mom had started to lose a lot of weight, and she kind of was the catalyst. I saw that she'd do it and that she had success, so I was like, hey, let me try. So I lost about 70 pounds between September of 2010 and our wedding day, which was 60 pounds between September of 2010 and our wedding day, which was September of 2012. So that happened to be 2 years. And I did not start losing weight because I was going to get married. I actually wasn't even engaged at the time. I just felt like I wanted to feel better about myself. And I really didn't start my journey to become a success story. when I started, I was not envisioning like, oh my gosh, I'm doing this for the after picture. And if you're doing that, that's totally fine. I'm just sharing with you that when I started, that wasn't my motivation behind trying to lose weight. So what happened was after we got married, I basically took a nine, almost 10-month break from the gym. And like I said, I've been working out really hard. I changed the way that I ate and different kinds of stuff and working out really hard. And so after we got married, my body pretty much balanced itself out and was okay for maybe like 4 or 5 months after we got married. Then after that, after we got married, I basically I don't know. I think my weight didn't really change a lot, and at the time, I wasn't paying a lot of attention to my body fat percentage, but my weight didn't really change that much, but my body fat percentage definitely did. And then I slowly crept back up to 190 pounds, and I thought to myself, oh my gosh, I cannot go back into the 200s again. I do not want to go there. Something needs to change. What happened to all these good habits that I had formed and all this weight that I had lost? So what I started doing in July of 2013, which was last July, is I started doing at-home workout programs, and they were really life-changing, for lack of a better word. Because I had stopped going to the gym, and this is totally an excuse, but I had stopped going to the gym because I did not want, I hated the gym by our house. Like, I didn't want people looking at me. There was always a bunch of, like, bros, and they all tried to hit on you when you went to the gym, and it was just very uncomfortable. And the gym that I had been going to before that, I kind of got to know everybody. I knew when to go, all the different kind of stuff, and I could never figure it out at the gym that's here close to our house. So I was like, dude, I can't go. And so I just used that as an excuse to not work out. I did what I could outside, but I didn't keep going to the gym. So when I started doing these at-home workouts, things really changed. Basically, I had no more excuses. Like, if I didn't want to go to the gym, too bad. Like, I could still work out. And, I had to modify a ton when I was getting back into it. Of course, it was very, very discouraging because I knew what my physical activity level was before and what my capabilities were, and now I was having to build back up to that again. Let me tell you, that was annoying, for lack of a better word, because you know what you were capable of before. It's like right now I can run an 8-minute and 30-second mile, and I'm still undecided as to if I'm going to be doing a running off season and stuff like that, if I'm going to continue running after the half marathon. However, if I took a break and had an off season and then started again at 10 minutes per mile, that's frustrating because you know what you were capable of before. And so I had to build all of that back up again. And probably for like the first 2 months, I didn't have like staggering results, but I definitely did feel better because I was working out again. I was slowly changing the way that I ate and things like that. So that brings me to the other thing that I want to talk about. So again, basically in the last year, so I got back up to 190 pounds. In the last year, I've been able to lose 28 pounds, and I officially am in the best shape of my life. Like, I wasn't even in this good of shape when I got married, and to me, on my wedding day, that was like the best that I had ever felt or looked in my whole entire life, which is awesome, because it's your wedding day and you want to feel like the princess and, everything is great. But essentially, I, just decided that I wanted to, I didn't do it to get in better shape than our wedding. I just did it because I wanted to feel better. And now I found something that works for me, and I think the results speak for themselves. So I really look forward to working out. I actually never thought this would happen. I've heard people talk about it, and I was kind of like, those are just like the outliers, the weird people, the ones that, just for some reason like freakishly really enjoy working out. Well, let me tell you, I've officially become one of them, and that's not to like brag about myself. It's just to say that, if you really do keep working out, you have to keep doing it. You're not always going to see results. Whether it's an eating plan or a workout plan, you're not always going to see results right away. If you keep doing those same behaviors every single day, no matter what, eventually all those things compound on each other, and then boom, like you're someone different. And that's kind of what happened to me over this past year. I also did a couple different programs that I think are really, really good, and they're not programs that I personally came up with. If you are interested in knowing what those programs are, I can certainly tell you more about it. Let me type something over here in the chat window so you guys know where it is. If you are interested in knowing what those are, feel free to ask me. You can always send me an email, contact me through my blog, hit me up on Instagram. Instagram is obviously my jam. But essentially, those programs are, you know, some of them really, I think, I credit a lot of my success to them because, you know, without that program, I wouldn't have had the success that I had. And so, like I said, they're not programs that I came up with. I'm working on a few different kind of workout programs currently to create that are my own. But if you're interested in these ones, you can purchase them. And if you purchase them through me, I have basically made a deal where if you purchase them through me, then I will personally guide you through the program. I've already been through it myself. I know where the challenges are. I know what day you're going to want to give up if you're anything like me. And so I can personally coach you through those things and help you have the same kind of success that I had. So everyone's different and not the same thing works for everyone, but I'm more than happy to share with you what has worked for me because I know last July when someone came by my side and helped show me how I could have success and showed me what they did to have success, it really, really meant a lot to me and also, you know, allowed for me to learn a lot from them and their experiences. So I'm more than happy to pay it forward and help you guys with that. So if you're interested in knowing what those programs are, please let me know. So that's how I pretty much got into fitness. Basically, here's a tip for you guys. This is something I've been thinking about a lot lately, and I am going to write a blog post about it, but I'm going to share it with you guys who are on this live video chat tonight because you're so awesome and special, and you deserve something cool for being here. So basically, when I work out, I love heart rate monitors. Do not get me wrong. I just really started using one on a regular basis, and it's great because, especially with this whole running thing, when I run, if I can keep my heart rate at a steady pace, then I can run at the same pace for longer. Hello, that's why they call it pace. Not just the pace of your heart, but the pace of, you know, your speed of the mile. But so I've recently started using it for that, and I know that a lot of people like to use heart rate monitors to know how many calories they burned when they worked out, and it's pretty awesome to know how many calories you burned. I mean, keep in mind those things are not always accurate. Generally speaking, they give you a good idea, but I don't know that it's to the calorie of what you burned. And anyway, back to my point, it's great to know how many calories you burned. However, I don't like to use them for that reason. Why? Because I like to work out for the fact that I like the way it makes me feel. If I focus on how many calories I'm burning, then I don't have a good time. I don't enjoy myself. I don't want to keep working out. And it's not fun to me. And so for me, while knowing how many calories I burned is great, I definitely don't want to focus on that. So I try to just, you know, focus on how it makes me feel. After a workout, I feel like all my stress is gone. I feel happy. I'm a better friend. I'm a better sister. I'm a better wife. I'm more productive in all the things that I do. So that's why I like working out. So just a tip from me, like especially when you're starting out, or even if you're already been on your journey for a long time, don't focus on how many calories you burn when you work out. Yes, it's awesome, and that is one of the main reasons why most of us start doing it. But to maintain it and keep doing it for the rest of your life, don't focus on calories burned, because that's not what's going to get you out the door. That's not what's going to get you to turn the TV on. That's not going to get you to do anything. The only thing that will keep you going is that feeling, that like endorphin rush after you're done. And so for me, I've become one of those freaky people where if I don't work out, I'm cranky. Like yesterday, I didn't get my workout in until, it was probably 9 o'clock, and let me tell you, at like 9 o'clock at night, and at like 7 p.m. last night, I was like cranky. I was not nice. You did not want to be around me. So just a word of advice, just focus on that and not on the calories burned. Again, great, effect of working out, but don't do it just for that. So basically, I wanted to share with you guys what I do every single day. A lot of people have asked me on Instagram or in emails, like, what do you do every day? Like I said, I'm trying to create a workout program. Right now, that's my own sort of combination of body weight exercises with dumbbells, things like that. But I'm also writing an ebook. So for any of you who follow me on Instagram, you already know this because you've seen me talk about it a little bit. But I'm writing an ebook about something that I struggled with a lot, not only when I first started losing weight, but also recently, like just as recent as last year. And that is using food for a reward and using food for comfort. So there's actually 2 different ebooks. The first one is going to be called, oh my gosh, I haven't shared this with anybody. So again, super special prize for being here tonight. The first one's going to be called Youre Not A Dog. Hopefully you guys can figure out what that means. But the first one's called Youre Not A Dog, and basically what it's about is how not to reward yourself with food. I think that when you really start pushing yourself to get out of your comfort zone, you need to reward yourself, like totally, because getting out of your comfort zone is not an easy thing to do. Recently I've been doing that a lot more, and so it's easier for me to do, but when I first started doing it, it was not easy. Let me tell you, when I taught my first workout class as a workout instructor, that meant I went from the back of the workout class to the front of the workout class, and I'm supposed to be telling other people what to do. Like, whoa, hello, that was out of my comfort zone. Even sometimes doing video, like doing this live call, slightly out of my comfort zone. It's a little bit, like I said, it's easier to get out of your comfort zone when you've done it a lot and you get used to it, but you still need to reward yourself. You need to reward yourself for meeting milestones, whether that's in weight loss, goal setting, work, your personal life, whatever it is. Like, reward yourself for those small milestones, because if you don't reward yourself, it's worth, like, it's a big deal. Like, you did something. However, I am a big advocate for not rewarding yourself with food. Why? Well, if you're trying to lose weight, I think that seems really obvious. But if you're trying to lose weight, going out for ice cream because you finally lost 10 pounds doesn't really make a lot of logical sense. And I am not saying that to be mean. It's just, hello, you just lost 10 pounds. Like, why are you going to go eat a humongous bowl of ice cream to reward yourself for losing 10 pounds? And that's not to say that you can't use food as a reward ever. I'm just saying that I don't think it should become a habit. And unfortunately, in our society that we live in, that is the way that it goes. People are really just into rewarding themselves with food or making themselves feel better with food. And that's what my second ebook is about food's not your friend, and it's not the thing to go to when you're sad or when you need comfort. And I really used to struggle with that, and I didn't realize it when I first started losing weight. But when I started food journaling and really writing down every single day what I ate, I realized, whoa, like when I'm stressed, when I'm sad, when I feel bad about something that happened, I went to food. Food was my friend. But you know what? Food is not your friend. Food is not who you need to go to when you're sad or when you're upset. Food is fuel. And food is what makes our bodies powerful. It's what makes us strong. Food is great. I am not advocating that, we shouldn't eat. All I'm saying is that we shouldn't use food as a reward, and we shouldn't use food as comfort. So those are what my 2 ebooks are about. I'm going to be finishing one this month, so hopefully you guys will be looking forward to that. You can sign up on my blog. There is a list to be notified when the ebook becomes available. I'm currently looking into allowing the book to be downloaded for free by all of the subscribers on that list. I am not sure yet. I still have a few things I need to check on. But again, I'm just sharing this insider info with you guys because you're here on this call. So that's my ebook. I also have a blog in case you guys haven't read it. It's www.SweetBlondesFitLife.com, and I share a lot of different things there. I mean, really, it's about fitness. There's recipes and stuff that I share on there, which I have way more planned to share on the blog as well. There's only a few recipes now, but there will be more coming. So I have Workout Wednesdays where I always have a workout video, and I also just share information about me, information about my life. I live a very active lifestyle. Has not always been the case, but I now live a very active lifestyle, and I truly believe that for you to have long-term success, this has to become a lifestyle. And that is something that I really did not understand when I first set out to start losing weight. In September of 2010, I planned on doing what I needed to do to get the weight off and get to my goal weight, and then I planned on just going back to doing what I used to do. And unfortunately, that is not the way it works because, like I said, I took a 9-month break, and things started going back up. I lost muscle tone, I lost cardiovascular ability, and so basically you can't do something for a temporary amount of time and then go back to the way that you used to be and the way that you used to live and hope to maintain the results that you had. It just doesn't work that way. And unfortunately, I don't mean to be the bearer of bad news, but there's also no such thing as a quick fix. There are certain programs that jumpstart you and you lose a lot of weight in a fairly short amount of time. I'm not talking 20 pounds in a week, but I'm saying you can lose 10 to 15 pounds in 3 weeks. And some people, depending on how overweight you are, some people lose even more than 10 to 15 pounds. And I truly believe that if you are motivated by results, start with a program like that because you're going to see results. It's pretty much guaranteed if you follow the program that you're going to lose weight. It's very hard not to. So, if you want to jumpstart yourself, again, I can tell you guys what those programs are. Just reach out to me. My email is thesweetblondesfitlife@gmail.com. Don't ask me why there's a the in front of it. Just go with it. thesweetblondesfitlife@gmail.com. Or like I said, you guys can visit my blog. I talk about a lot of different things there. Basically, I talk about, like I said, fitness, food. There's fashion on there sometimes because, I love clothes and shoes as much as anybody else does, and any other girl anyways. And then I also just, like I said, talk about living an active lifestyle, a healthy lifestyle, and kind of figuring out, how to live in this world that doesn't want us to have success and weight loss, and kind of how to, manage your way to get through the day sometimes because, it can be really hard. It can be really challenging. And there's always those things that want to pull you back to the way that you used to be, the way that you used to treat food, the way that you used to eat. And you have to say, no, it's not happening, and I'm not going to go there. So please check that out if you haven't already. This is my YouTube channel. I do a lot of, fun videos. Mostly right now they're workouts. If there's a really positive response, which there seems to be from the chat window, anybody who's watching the replay, unfortunately, you can't see the chat window. But it seems like people are really enjoying this, so maybe I will do another one. And I can, I love talking about anything. You guys can ask me anything. Someone just asked me, what is my favorite thing to eat for breakfast? Well, it depends on the day. Sometimes I'll make protein pancakes, which is basically, I like to eat carbs for breakfast. I like to eat carbs and /or protein at the same time. And sometimes I'll throw a little bit of greens in there. I love to eat carbs for breakfast because I usually work out shortly after breakfast. And, another question here is, what is your workout routine? Well, like I said, I usually like to work out shortly after eating breakfast, so I like to give myself a lot of carbs. Carbs equal energy. I like to give myself a lot of carbs before I work out so that I can power through. Right now that's really important because I'm doing half marathon training. So right now my workout routine is half marathon training. My half marathon is October 5th. So it's like 3 weeks away. And as soon as that's over, I'm going to be starting a different workout routine, which I'm still figuring out what that is because I am not sure yet if I'm going to continue running or if I'm going to take a running off season and continue working out, cross-training, all that kind of stuff, and then start running again like in April. Only because here in the Pacific Northwest, winter is really not a time that you want to be running outside. At least me. I personally do not enjoy being sopping wet and running. I've only tried it once, so maybe I haven't given it a fair chance, but it really wasn't pleasant. I love being outside. I'm a summer girl at heart. You guys will hear me talk about that a lot if you follow me on Instagram or you read my blog. I love summer. Like, literally, I'm obsessed with it. And so I have lots of stories I could tell you about how or why I'm obsessed with summer. But I love summer, and I love any excuse to be outside in the summertime, so running worked out really, really well in the summertime. However, I'm not sure that that's going to be the case in the winter. But basically, right now I'm doing half marathon training for my workouts. So I run 3 times a week on average, sometimes 4, and then I cross-train the 2 other days. So I'm working out a total of 6 days a week, but one of the days is pretty light workout, so it's kind of like I'm working out 5. 5 days really hard, 1 day like semi-easy, and then I take 1 rest day. So that's my half marathon training. I'm doing the Hal Higdon half marathon training. You can find it for free. It's free online at halhigdon.com. If that's not the website, just Google it. He's awesome. And for breakfast, like I said, I like to eat carbs. So a lot of times, like this morning, I had oatmeal with blueberries and walnuts and some hemp seeds. Hemp seeds are a great source of protein. It sounds weird and shady. When somebody first told me to eat hemp seeds, I was like, wait, what seeds? They're really good. Let me just tell you, they're really good. And they're a great source of protein. They have tons of omega-3 fatty acids in them. Good. And they're plant source protein. So if you're a vegetarian or you're a vegan, even better. You probably already know what they are if you're a vegetarian or a vegan. One of my other favorite things to have, which I think I have posted on Instagram as well, is a breakfast salad. I'll have like 2 scrambled eggs with a little bit of egg whites, some mixed greens or kale, like as a salad, and then I'll have 1 or 2 pieces of gluten-free toast. And it just kind of depends on how hungry I am, as if I have 1 or 2 pieces of gluten-free toast. That's another one of my favorites. As you can see, that has the big, 3 groups. There's, and usually I have some avocado on there. So it's 2 scrambled eggs with some egg whites, avocados, mixed greens, and 1 or 2 pieces of gluten-free toast. So we have carbs with the toast, fat with the avocado, and protein with the eggs, and then a little bit of greens and like dense nutrients in the salad. So that's one of my favorite things to eat for breakfast. A lot of times when I'm traveling, I will go to the grocery store and pick those things up and have that in my hotel room because it's literally like thebomb.com, and I don't get hungry. The other times I will have a protein shake. There's not a lot of carbs in a protein shake, hence the name protein shake. So if I'm going to be working out or something, sometimes I'll have a protein shake if I'm in a really big hurry, but I try to have something with carbs in it before I work out. Another thing that I love to have for breakfast sometimes too is I'll have some eggs, and then I make these blueberry protein muffins. That recipe is on my blog, and they are amazing. That's something else that I take with me when I travel places. So good. These blueberry muffins, you guys, are thebomb.com. Oh, and since I'm sharing all this insider information with you who are on this call tonight, video, I just made this pumpkin protein muffin recipe today. OMG. Seriously, so good. And that's going to be on my blog probably next week because for me, being a summer girl and all, it's still way too early for pumpkin. I love pumpkin and I love fall as much as everybody else does. I am just not ready for it until like September 30th. So that'll be on my blog coming up, so look for that, you guys. They are so amazing, seriously, so good. And again, that kind of comes to everything. There's protein in there, there's carbs, there's some hemp seeds on top, so there's a little bit of fat, and just all around excellent. So those are some of my favorite things to have for breakfast. A lot of people usually think the salad is weird. They're like, you're eating a salad? I'm like, yeah, who cares? It's good. So, again, on that note, do what you like to do. Do what makes you feel the best, and do what works for you. Because honestly, what works for me, I could sit here and tell you guys all night long what I do, and I'm more than happy to do that. But what works for me might not be exactly what works for you, and that's totally okay. There are people who do not eat carbs after 4 p.m. in the afternoon. I'm not one of them. But there are people who don't eat carbs after 4 p.m. in the afternoon, and that works really well for them. But that's not what I've chosen to do, and that is not what's working for me. So, some people do a lot better on a lower carb diet and other people don't. So it just depends on personal preference and what works best for you. I really encourage you to experiment a little bit, try different things, because there may or may not be times that, certain things work for you. So I don't, really have anything else to share I could keep talking for like another 30 minutes, but I'm not going to, because I had originally said that this was just going to go until 7, and it seems like we had a really positive response. If you're watching the replay, please, please, please comment down below and let me know what you think, because I would love to do this again. If you're on the replay and you have a question that you'd like me to answer, send it to me. I will be more than happy to answer it. There's a couple that I didn't get to that are in the chat window, so I can answer those next time. But I would love to do this again, so if you guys enjoyed it and you have more questions to ask me, let me know. Basically, I'm here for you guys. I'd love to mentor you, like I said, and pay forward what other people did for me. So feel free to reach out, and have a great Tuesday and a good rest of the week. And remember, if you got off track Monday or today, you can still make it up the rest of the week. I love this. I'll leave you guys with this parting comment. I love this analogy, and it helped me so much when I was in my weight loss, because you know what? Sometimes we get off track. Sometimes we make a bad decision. Sometimes we eat too much peanut butter. I have done that plenty of times. But that's not an excuse to get off track for the rest of the week. Just because you got off track today doesn't mean that you can't get back on track in time for the rest of the week. So just remember that, and be happy, stay healthy. This is the analogy. If you were going to your friend's house in your car and you got lost, would you spend the rest of the week driving around trying to figure out where your friend lived? No. You would pull over, you would call your friend, because now we have cell phones. You'd pull over, call your friend, and say, hey, how do I get to your house? I'm over here on this street. Like, I need to figure out where it is, right? Yeah. And then you would get there. So that's what happens. If you make a bad decision, if you eat a chocolate chip cookie and you swore that you weren't going to eat chocolate chip cookies, if you said, I'm only going to eat 1 chocolate chip cookie, and you ate 5, big whoop. Stop right then, forgive yourself, and move on. You can still totally make it up this week. Just because you didn't work out, or you made an excuse, or like I said, you ate too much peanut butter, doesn't mean that you can't get back on track. So just remember that. Remember that analogy. Hopefully it helps you like it's helped me. And I will talk to you guys soon. Thank you so much for being here. It was awesome. Peace out.